All right, quick little roll call here for They Call Us the Breeze, episode 76. Mike.
Present.
All right, Ryan.
I'm here. Sorry I was late.
All right, Remy. Here.
Here.
Oh, we have another name here on the list here. Adam.
Yeah. Large in charge. I'm ready for chickies.
Brother Adam is back for a three-peat, ladies and gentlemen. Brother Adam is in the area, and he is on They Call Us the Breeze third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm.
The most visited special guest we've ever had.
Saturday Night Live.
I mean, it's my brother,
Three-peat.
my Breechak, this brother, that Breechak, and Dad Breechak. And
I'm
then,
in the
of course,
wrong
we've
home
got
run.
James hanging out just as a fly on the wall, little wallflower over here. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. This is a huge-ass show anyway, but because Brother Adam's here, it's even bigger. It's episode 76 of They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra. There's only one way to do it, so let's get to it. Let's go!
Feel free to dance.
Let's get drunk.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
All right.
Yeah, guys. Hey, this is They Call Us the Breeze, episode 76. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Doing it a little.
pretty
Whoa,
good.
he's
Doing
trying
it
to
a
put you out of a
little.
job.
Good.
I'll tell you, Ryan. Yeah, he's a little under the weather today.
Yeah,
so,
I
I'm
might
sitting
just have
directly
to-
next to him, which I don't feel comfortable about. I may have to shoot some whiskey later on my way home. Whiskey kills all. And
Driving, of course, when you're going to shoot that whiskey, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
on the
come
way home is what I was saying. But yeah, so I'm going to try to keep my distance as best I can. But of course, it's close quarters here at the Tiger Cage, especially during the show. So we'll see how that goes. If I end up sounding like him next week, you guys know why. But we're going to power through. Like I said, we have a big-ass show tonight for you anyway. But Adam's also here, so it's just going to be a good time all around. Got headlines for you. I'm going to teach you how to get a lunch at Taco Bell. And I'm not talking about like one tiny little thing and a cup of water. I'm talking about like a good lunch, a large soda and two $2.50, $3 burritos
Okay.
for $1.75. I'm going to teach you how. And that's later on in the show. So you got to
You save up to buy a house. That's how.
I mean, no, he did not. That has nothing to do with it. I just found a loophole in the Taco Bell system.
6 bullets? Is that how you do it?
And the loophole is, regrettably, shooting out fire sauce at the moment. But anyway,
I was about
yeah.
to say the toilet is the regrettable decision on this one, right?
Exactly. It's been a rough week. Yeah, like I
Hey,
said,
but you saved yourself about $15 on the week.
hey, I'll tell you, winner. I thought about buying a scratch off for the first time in like 2-3 years today.
Oh, I was
Thought
very
about
close.
it, didn't do it. Thought about it because I had a 50 and I was paying for like $19 and stuff like an asshole, and I was like, might as well just like maybe get a 20,
Yeah,
see what happens. Could be my lucky day. Don't know.
it's probably not.
Have some of that Mama Breechak luck. Let's
be real.
Yeah, I never. No, that's the thing is Mama Breechak, the producer, she's always been good at the scratch offs. It's not like it's a skill. It's just like you're either lucky or you're not. And I can't tell you that I've ever won decent on a scratch off ever.
Well, you know the numbers change.
Well, duh. I mean, I'm aware of how the lottery works.
No,
and,
I mean, depending on when you scratch it and where you scratch it. You could scratch it outside. They'll probably be different when you scratch them inside, right? I mean, that's how it goes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like
supposedly.
it's
Then-
like
then wait.
conditioned.
We got a special one
Like
here.
Carson.
Then you got to think about this. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Charlie.
That's also
That's
true.
it. That's it.
Also true.
You know, I
Michael
found out.
Michael Scott. That was a Michael Scott quote, right? Yeah, definitely was.
Mighty Ducks.
I was in our workplace and it was like, everyone's like, hey, saw your brother. I was like, wait, is he in? What? And I was like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
made a celebrity appearance at my workplace.
So, yeah,
that I had
and
no
Ryan
idea
wasn't
about,
even
and
there.
Everyone was like, saw your brother.
So
And
this
I
is,
was like,
yeah.
because we've been talking about you for a long time.
Yeah, and for some reason, everybody always thinks I'm a myth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like you're made up.
yeah. You
yeah,
still aren't here, I'm
We've
sure.
probably addressed this before on the show. You are our middle brother. Ryan's the youngest. I am the oldest. And I'm sorry for those of you out there that maybe have just found us over the last couple months and you haven't met Adam before. This is our brother Adam. He is a year and 3 months, 15 months younger than I am.
Pregnant and sober.
Where Ryan is about 5 years younger than I am. So that's kind of the spread there. Ryan was born in Florida. Adam and I were born in Ohio. Moved down here. Blah blah blah.
And he's a He's a sailor in the United States Navy.
He's been in the Navy
That's
for
right.
about we calculate about 16 years, right? Something like
Yeah.
that. And went in there when he was 19. So I think I was in Orlando, and he was like pretty much like right around the time I came back from Orlando is when he went into the Navy. So that's kind of the time frame I remember. Anyway, I don't know, those Orlando days.
Was that
were kinda
after
messy.
or before he got trapped in the mall?
That was before.
Was that after?
No, that was after I got trapped in the mall.
Is that
After you got-
before
after you
or
got
after
trapped.
you guys made the road trip across America?
That was before the
Yeah,
road
I mean, he was coming back from San Diego.
I think the road trip across America was 13 years ago.
Yeah, so it was around 2011 time frame.
And I know I might have promised out there in listener land that next time Adam comes on, we might talk about that. So we may get to that again tonight, but you never know how the show goes because it is a huge show. But we're glad to have you here, man. Yeah, it's a great story.
well, we'll have to have him back. It's like Paul
Well,
McCartney.
and I mean-
Paul McCartney's hosted SNL how many times?
Paul Simon, you mean?
Or Paul Simon?
Yeah, more than anybody else. And yeah, so every time we have Adam on, it's always a good time. And he's gonna have fun tonight. And we have celebrity birthdays. Dad kicked ass last week.
he
Dad got
did.
up.
I just looked
Dad
at
got
that
up like
board, dude.
what 6? I think 6 points.
Yeah,
and Ryan
he
got up 1 point. So that was much needed.
I
And
had his bobblehead turned over sideways, giving him a noogie.
that's right. Yeah. So if we not if but when we play celebrity birthdays, if you need his help, you guys each get to call on brother Adam at least or once a piece, and and Ryan will be up first tonight. So
Okay.
and these are a good round of birthdays for all three of you guys. So we'll see what happens. I'm feeling pretty good about it. But yeah, I'm. So he comes into texts me. You got in Monday, right?
Yeah, we got him Monday.
Yeah, so he texts me about Tuesday, and I'm already at work, and Ryan's not at work with me, and he goes, hey, you working? And I go, yeah, tonight and tomorrow, thinking you were, like, trying to see what I was doing and come over to the house or whatever. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm working tonight and tomorrow night, but I'll see you Thursday for the podcast. And he goes, oh, no, Kiri and I were going to come in, crash, and have a date night. And I was like, oh, sick.
Yeah.
I can actually point
Did
him
you
out
wait on
to
him?
everybody. I told him to get a table. I said I only have the high. I had my normal section.
Yeah,
I said
yeah.
I got the high tops right here. I said, but it's date night, man. Like you can have another table. Like wait for a different server. Don't matter. Like enjoy yourselves. But well, of course they walk over and sit at the high top immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, so. And then, they'd never been there before, so this is your first time seeing the place that I've worked at for over 6 years, and that Ryan's been a part of for almost better half of a year. And you see that's where I've chosen to be. So obviously,
It's a fun spot.
and then
Yeah, it's a nice area. We like the decor,
Yeah.
and then of course knowing everything about the meal plan.
Well, yeah,
it
yeah.
was just
he came up.
Yeah,
so,
he knows like the stuff that like is like groundbreaking day one. Like
Well, I was proud of them. I was
Menu
proud of
stuff.
them for what they did, menu choice wise, of course.
Where'd you guys go
and
with?
heeding my advice. But the best part before we get into the menu aspect was the fact that he was in the building. So
Oh, yeah.
I was telling. I mean, Parker was there. Benson was there.
there could have been three of
and
us. in that
Benson was
building, dude.
Benson was pissed because he's never met Adam, and he was in the building and he's like, "Oh, that him over there," and he was in the back room waiting on tables. So he was like, "Wait, where's your brother?" And I was like, "They left her." He's like, he was like in and out. I was gonna go over and introduce myself, and I was like, "Yeah, man, sorry." So.
Just maybe.
But they
better
at
luck
least
next year,
They
man.
at least got eyes on him, and Megan dropped their food off. Like I was gonna run over to get their food, but she wanted to drop it
Yeah.
off and at least have a FaceTime with him for a second. And so it's kind of like having like a little celebrity in the house because
Dude,
everyone was
I know.
like, "Dude, he
I walked
actually."
in the next
You
day.
have
They
a
go,
brother.
"Your brother was in here. Your brother was." Everyone was like, "Hey, I met your brother.
He's
Met
not
your brother." I was
make-believe.
like, "All right."
Now
okay.
again, when Ryan started, they were like, "Yeah, we don't really see the resemblance.
Yeah.
We just don't really see the resemblance." And then Adam comes in and he sits down, and they're like, "Again, we have no fucking clue like how." And I think we all
They say
look
we
alike.
stand. Our walks are the same.
Our mannerisms and our
mannerisms are
walks
very
and the
same.
way we, you and I especially, the way we talk and joke, have a special,
But they
different
always
thing.
say, "You don't want the beard," and I go, "I want it."
Just can't grow
Just
it.
can't get it.
Just can't get it. But yeah, so they were like, okay, so he's the Navy one. That makes sense. And they were like, is he the older one or the younger one? I was like, no, he's right in the middle. And so that was nice. But then, so yeah, they trusted me a little bit. And they were like, so what's up with this the fried green tomato thing? And I was like, yeah, you should definitely do that. That's like,
Yeah.
and Adam had a couple orange wheats, and
Sure.
Kiri had ourselves a frozen creamsicle.
Yeah.
And so
And
that
then,
was fun. And then
Mamie's?
entree wise, I was just like salmon and shank, dude. That's like
100%.
salmon and the shank.
So you guys got those?
Yeah.
Dude,
So we
that
even-
lamb.
I saw them
Oh
like
my
stealing
God.
bites off of each other's plates,
So we
and
did,
they were in heaven.
We did the old person thing where we were feeding each other the different meals. So
At a high top?
yeah,
I love you.
Oh, now this is when you're doing this, Kat's over here, and she goes, oh, so that's his wife there? And I was like, yeah, they've been married for I guesstimated like 9 years. I was like 9 years, probably 8, 9 years, something like that.
It's been something like that.
And
right?
James and he's taking care of Kieran James, and they're a family unit and I've known James since he was this big, and now he's this big, and
Like now
he's
he's
playing
huge
instruments
and still growing.
and she goes, oh, so like a real marriage, not like you and Theron. I was just like, oh,
Shots
sick,
fired,
sick
shots
burn,
fired across
sick
the bow.
burn.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. No,
I just had I laughed that one off real quick, but so yeah, they had a lovely little date night. And
Yeah.
what'd you think? I mean, like,
oh yeah, the food was amazing. She really
Service sucked.
Yeah,
yeah, well,
we weren't gonna say anything, but
thanks for
no,
not yelping me.
the
Be honest
decor
with you, if I
in the
get that
area,
waiter, I switch.
the industrial style decoration of
Yeah,
the of the
kind of
place
like
was really
like a
cool.
barnhouse Chipotle.
Yeah. So we like that. The food was amazing, which I'm glad we ended up going down there because I've never had lamb shank before. Like we get salmon all the time.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, all right, well, what do you want to pick? Two of whatever, not two of whatever, but if you want the salmon and
What are we
something
going to
else-
try together?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that's what we went with. And she enjoyed the main courses, but the fried green tomatoes
yeah.
things
Dude,
was like,
the pimento cheese. Oh my
Same, bro.
God.
it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, people get weirded out, man. Like we try to tell all our newcomers, like,
Did you
if
cap
you
it
want
out?
something like, if you want something amazing that you can't really get anywhere else, or that you might not have ever tried, try this. And honestly, personally, I'm not a big fan of fried green tomatoes.
Plain, I am.
And then I'm not a big fan of pimento cheese. It's too cheddary, and I'm not a huge cheddar fan.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
So but when you put all the little ingredients and the Tabasco honey and all the
Oh, yeah.
Now, did
On
you
top
round
of
it?
it?
Did you
Really?
round it
And
out
pork
with
belly,
a
pork belly, and
warm
all.
chocolate budino or a?
No,
No,
they were
no.
they were
I
tapped
bet
out.
that is
They're
good. How big?
So,
How thick's
yeah.
the tomato?
Tomato's about that thick.
Oh,
It's
that's
the
thick.
size of a hockey puck.
And it's breaded and
It's
fried.
panko breaded, fried. Then they drop a nice scoop of pimento cheese, which is tasty.
Mhm.
In
I-
conju-
I've had
and
it.
then a big ass cube of pork belly that they roll in Tabasco honey, and then they drizzle a little Tabasco honey all over the whole thing. They throw some chives on there, a little green onion oil,
Oh, I bet
and
that's good.
it's fucking.
It's like a
Come
it's a
see us,
appetizer,
bruh.
right?
It's
Is
There's
it an
two of them.
appetizer?
There's two of them.
So
You each
do
get
they
one.
deliver or
So next time you and next
I'm
time
gonna try it next time.
Next time you and your co-producer
yeah.
are in there, you
Well, I
know.
was gonna
Oh,
say.
and they have the Brussels sprouts with the lamb.
I was gonna
shake,
say,
dude.
if you have any
those were
questions
yeah.
about what to get, go to Jeremy, because if
So-
it's not on the menu and it's an old item,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what you're, the Marsala meatball bowl.
Oh.
So yeah, so
Yeah, so Kiri had loved the Brussels sprouts, and then she was just like, we were doing salmon burgers for lunch, and she's like, let's do Brussels sprouts. I was like, all right, dude, like whatever, just
twice
tell-
in 1 week. Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
I'm not the guy that like, all right, just you have to give me instructions and I'll go from there.
I
I'm not
apologize. I
creative.
did not
Which I'm very-
eat lunch today, buddy. But you know,
I'm very glad to have. Before we get into talking about the next segment, Adam, what do you have for us today, chef?
Dinner wise,
Yeah.
so we have a stuffed chicken. It's gonna have
Oh.
the breadcrumbs. It's gonna have spicy sausage, onions, some garlic, and cream cheese.
Ooh.
All right, which is
all right. Yeah.
gonna be inside the chicken, which is then wrapped with bacon.
Swanson.
Well, you got to wrap it with bacon.
Swanson.
Yep. Oh yeah. And so that's for the main course. We got some hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres. Who you trying to press?
Is that
Who you
cheese
trying to impress?
spray?
Suze?
Cheese spray.
So it's
Brenda.
got, it's basically the same stuffing, but on,
Inside mushrooms.
Inside mushrooms.
Oh yeah.
And then we got baked potatoes.
Stuff me inside
Baked
mushrooms.
potatoes. Oh, I'll tell you, boy, stuff me. Oof. Ooh.
So you boys, are
that
eating
does
good
sound
today.
good.
Where we
Yeah,
at?
where
Here
we
she
at?
is. There she
Yeah.
is.
so they're eating the dessert. Sounds like
That does sound good.
There she is. There she is. Well, yeah, I'm fucking excited. That's for damn sure.
After that, I'll probably be taking a nap because I'm getting a little bit old.
Yeah. Besides everything else, I had and I want to go around the table real quick. Not a long story from each of us, but a sign that you're aging. Something that might have happened recently for the three of us, not necessarily Dad. And then Dad, maybe a reason you know you're old. When I was behind somebody in the Wendy's drive-thru the other day, and they rolled down their window, and a cloud of smoke came billowing out. And it just, I mean, I'm not fucking lying. Straight up blunts were going off in there like fireworks. And I just, all of a sudden, I got my window open and everything. I'm on my way to work, and I'm just getting my lunch on before I get into work. And now I smoke, okay? I have a card. I'm legal. I don't smoke a whole lot of blunts unless I'm with a certain crowd. But the smell of burning weed or blunt smoke to me is just kind of offensive, even to me. I know that. So I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, oh, come on, man. Do you have to do that right here? I'm like, nah. What about those poor workers? That shit's going to waft right into that Wendy's, and they don't want all that inside there. And I'm
pretty sure those
and I'm
like,
Wendy's workers do want that smell in there, by the way.
And then when I pulled up to the window, he had already left, or she, I don't know. I didn't get a look at the person or whatever. They're all like, sorry, man. We were just real confused by that last card, and we just, sorry about that. Like, blah, blah, blah. That last card threw us off. Here's your change. That you could tell they were all kind of like, probably laughing or talking about it or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, these damn kids. And then that's when I thought,
hey, dude, where's
that's when I realized
meal?
I'm like, oh shit, you're getting kind of old there, Grandpa. If you're bitching about blunt smoke rolling out of a Wendy's drive-through, So Ryan, what do you think? I mean, something recently that
the light
clicked.
intersections anymore.
There were a couple of things like Danielle and I were talking about on the way up here. I was like, we mentioned how excited for little things you get that you never were. Okay, so like
an example,
clean sheets.
Oh yeah,
like
when you do those bed sheets, dude.
Like, dude, I didn't give a shit about
nice
clean sheets.
I only do it like
until
once every 3 weeks.
24. But you're like, oh my, well, we got a very good cleaning crew in our house. But also,
well, now how long? I mean, how long do you go?
Sheets, 2 weeks.
I do 3, I think.
Yeah, so you're good. I mean, but like just those little things, just having things done, just having like the yard.
Like when Will Ferrell walks out with the toilet paper under his arm at the grocery store, and you're just like, yeah. And you're just like, this is so fucking sad, but I love being an adult. Yeah. This is great. I'm getting old.
And you're like hyped about it. Like, and that's the thing. Like, you don't even get
nice and clean. You just slide inside. It's just,
that first night, because you make the bed. We always make it together, and it's like a military.
Oh yeah,
everything's
nice
perfect.
Yeah.
So Adam, recently something that like it could be body wise too.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I say because I know you're gonna have some bitch about your body.
Originally, when you asked me that, I was just like, well, I go to the doctors and I start singing head, shoulders, knees and toes, because
eyes and ears and mouth and nose.
Well, I mean, I wear glasses. I had a major back surgery, so I got a whole bunch
His
of hardware.
His finger's been destroyed to bits and rebuilt.
My right hand was
rebuild him.
destroyed. I got issues with my knees and this, that, and the other. But my most recent thing, right, is the funniest thing ever. I have arthritis or possibly carpal tunnel in my left hand. So I have to go to physical therapy.
Hey, at least it's the left.
Yeah.
Ew.
Whatever do you mean?
You're talking about typewriters?
Yeah. Go! So they have me doing things like so they have a tennis ball, right? And the tennis ball has a slit in it, and it's got a 6-pan.
Whoa.
Yeah, we don't use the S word on the radio, but that's fine.
What'd you do with this tennis ball?
Cut.
What kind of physical therapy are you doing with this tennis ball,
So
bruh?
the cut in this tennis ball, you pick up dice.
I found flashlights work better, but go on.
Yes.
So each dice, there's 5 dice of each.
Wait, so they're playing like a game, like a dog. They're playing like a dog game with you with a tennis ball and some dice.
Is Bill Murray behind the thing just watching you take it out?
It's a military.
All right, let's hear about.
It's a military test.
Let's hear about
6 different colors. it's a 6-pan muffin pan, and I have to pick each one up
It's getting
and put it
funnier.
inside, the thing.
It's not for your colorblind. It's for your arthritis.
put it
Why
in
are
the
there different
muffin
colors?
I understand that it doesn't matter. All right, so
There's patterns.
So-
There's science.
the purple looks kind of like a blue, so I'll pick it up and I'll put it in the wrong one, and then it aggravates me so much that if I can't get it out with the tennis ball, I reach in with my hand that I'm not doing the exercise with, because
He's cheating again. He's cheating again.
I literally told the
This is
physical
bullshit.
therapist.
Is this what the U.S. Navy does?
I literally told the therapist, I was like, I'm about to throw this thing against the wall if I put it in the wrong designated pile. And she's like, you understand there's no designated piles. I'm
not
like,
going
you don't
back.
understand. I'm like, if I do not fix this and put the colors correctly, I am going to get extremely upset.
fuck physical therapy, dude. I'm out. I'm just gonna be limp. I
thought you said
I'm
physical.
scared.
This is
I don't know
mental.
what-
So hold on.
I don't know what any of this
aggravated.
shit is.
Did
I'm
you say?
scared.
So-
Is your
so-
name? Is your name?
Here's the best part.
John? No, I'm Adam. Oh, you're in the room next door.
Here's the best part. I can see like the montage in Adam's movie where he gets back to health and he's having these like fits, like where they're pounding against the wall and they're like frustrated and they're trying to dance or get that dance move right and they pound the floor. Adam just like gimply trying to put a tennis ball into
With a
these cut
slit.
and just hitting it off the table and showing it 8 different times as he progresses.
They're flashing
just-
back to color wheel charts. They're pointing to like they're like
And I
blue,
was-
purple,
The
blue, purple.
teacher just throwing everything off
He's
the
got
desk.
3 now.
The poor lady, she's like, it doesn't matter what tin that
Nobody's
it's-
judging you.
She's like, it just get it in the tin and that's all. It's just a repetition thing. It doesn't matter. But I'm like, you don't understand.
Yeah, this is OCD at its finest.
This is literally going to make me upset.
You know
if I
what you need to do?
this
Physical
correctly.
therapy. You need to go down to the Bronx. You need to find yourself a dice game, and then
okay.
just throw a little
Start
bit of
shooting
that.
dice.
Yeah, shoot some dice. I
Quit
bet that
fucking-
little carpal tunnel will
Quit
be
fucking with
cleared
it. Well,
up
we
real
know
quick.
Dad is just old, but we'll get into his here in a minute when we come back from the break, and then we'll get into celebrity birthdays. We're running a little long on time. We got to get to the commercials. Got to get these bills paid. We're so happy Brother Adam is here, and that was an excellent story, my friend. Can't wait for the rest of the show. We'll be back in just a minute. Ryan, Dad, and Adam, what do you say?
I say don't play Yahtzee with the man. He'll get angry.
He's
right.
got a hot hand or a hot freaking wrist.
That's all right.
Everywhere you go, that's where you'll be.
We'll see you guys. Bye.
See you.
Yeah! Tonight!
That is right, guys. Welcome back to They Call Us the Breeze. Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Episode 76, man. Yeah. Brother Adam here, lending a helping hand.
Saving my ass.
That's right. Yeah, Ryan's a little under the weather, like we said earlier. And like I said, if I'm sick next week, you know where I got it from. But hey, it's all in the family around here. Isn't that right?
That's right.
That's right.
Okay, yeah, we're having a lot
And
of
they
fun.
should be able to help out. His wife works at the zoo. Should know what a tiger sounds like.
That I should believe so. I should believe so. That's right. Brother Adam is in studio here finally for the after holidays, but as close to the holidays as he can get because, like we said, he is a Navy boy, so it's when he can find the time. And he lives in Virginia, but of course his wife and kid James live down in Jacksonville. So we're glad to have all 3 of them here.
He is my favorite seaman.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
SEA.
Yes,
I mean,
we definitely got what you were saying. So before we get into celebrity birthdays, per usual, we were just finishing up a talk about something that's happened recently to the 3 of us brothers, where we're definitely realizing we're getting old. And since Dad's already old, I just wanted Dad to say anything break recently. I mean, what?
Anything break?
Well, I mean, give us a quick something old for you, man.
Well, how I'm signs that I'm getting old is I was talking to a guy at work today, and I go, I had to think about this. It was on our agenda to come up with think about something, and I was thinking, man, the guy that hired me to do this part-time job at the school in the morning is the same age as Jeremy.
Oh,
Oh,
So your boss, essentially, or the guy that hired you, you say, is definitely
38.
Okay, so yeah, he's basically my age.
Yeah.
That's can I do a 30-second blitz real
Yeah,
quick?
Yes.
30-second blitz.
That reminded me of, I was telling Danielle, because we went to Savannah and we saw SCAD, which is Savannah School of Art and Design, one of the top one schools in the whole nation. Isabel Wilding,
Yeah.
Angela's
Yeah.
oldest, goes there now, her freshman year. And I was like, I remember when she was this big. And
I
I go,
don't
now
Oh, there
she's
you
in
go.
college. I was like, that like kind of... That
Well, yeah,
made me
I'm friends
feel
with all
way
the
old.
family on Facebook, so I've seen them going off to college and stuff like that. So
That's,
it's no
the other
surprise.
thing, you know, when Teresa,
But-
when Mom told me that Roxanne was 40, I go, what
Wow,
what'd you say?
yeah.
She goes, yeah, she's 40.
Oh,
I go,
on my-
there's no way she's 40. She goes, we're 60.
Dude, it's
On my
61.
37th birthday, when I walked in here, Mom gave me a hug and she's like, "I can't believe I have a 37-year-old." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, shit." Welcome to the fucking party.
Creeps up on ya.
Speaking of welcome to the party, these guys, like I said, Dad did a hell of a job last week. He got 6 points and Ryan got 1. So Ryan's actually at 218 and Dad's only at 203.
Was it that bad?
Yeah, well, you guys had a 20-point
remember we
difference.
were like-
You guys had a 20-point difference, and now you only have a 15-point difference because Dad kicked some ass and took some names. Like I said, Brother Adam is here, so you guys each gets to use him once. But Ryan, of course, will have 3 turns because he's going first tonight, and Dad will be going second. So what do you guys say? Let's get into some birthdays.
Let's freaking do it.
Happy birthday! It's your birthday! It's your birthday!
Yay!
Happy fucking birthday!
There's no birthday party for me here.
All right, okay, guys, here we go. 5 birthdays, celebrity birthdays, like we all know works. Whoever gets closer to the pin gets the birthday, and of course, if they both get equidistance away from it, they split that point, and they each get a point. But of course, if you get it right on the head, you get that double bubble, that beautiful double bubble, and that's worth 2 points. And that's how Dad survived 6 points last week, 2 double bubbles and 2 singles. Yes, sir.
You know how I'm going to survive it tonight?
Adam.
There's $5 in it. If he asks you a question, you get it.
Stay on that mic. Don't just talk to Adam.
There's $5 in it for you if he asks
Now,
you a question.
I smell
you give him the wrong
collusion.
answer.
Collusion, right off the bat.
Oh, we
Is
don't
that
want to
by
go through that
Chanel?
again.
Or is that Dolce Gabbana?
Collusion by Dolce & Gabbana.
Yes.
All right, here we go, guys. Birthdays, celebrity birthdays. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay. Ryan, avert your eyes, you pervert. First guy. He was in Wet Hot American Summer. That's the first thing I ever watched him in.
I'm going first, right?
Handsome looking dude. Yeah, you're up first. He since has exploded all over the silver screen in movies like The Hangover. One of the lead guys in The Hangover. He was in. I liked Silver
Bradley
Linings Playbook a lot, and then I still haven't seen A Star Is Born, but everyone tells me I have to see it. But a very happy birthday goes out to Mr. Bradley Cooper.
I know who he is.
American Sniper, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh
exactly.
yeah, that's a good one too. Come on, kid, put the gun down. Come on.
Exactly. That was. A great
I think
scene.
he is probably 45.
45. Dad goes next.
44.
Ryan's gonna get it. He is 48 today.
Is he really?
Yeah, Bradley Cooper. B Coop.
Been around a while.
B-Rad. B-Rad.
Classic
Coopensfield.
Rocket Raccoon.
Classic
Rocket.
Phil.
Rocket. That's true. Does he do Rocket? Yeah, that's right. Rocket
Oh, yeah.
Raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, he does the voice. That was such a random pick for that, but I loved him in that. Didn't really like the
Stars
second
Born
one.
is awesome, by the way. You
I know.
you
I
still
really
need
ought to pick
kinda
that up.
check
Yeah.
out.
Okay, next birthday we have up for you, Ryan. Avert your eyes, Dad. It is your go. Okay, lovely lady. Awesome. You would probably most likely remember her from playing opposite and wife of Steve Martin in all the Father of the Bride movies. She's been around since, Annie Hall, I think, was her probably big breakout back in 77 with Woody
Was
Allen.
she in The Jerk?
No, she was not. But
That's
a
not
very
her.
happy birthday goes out to still very attractive for her age, Miss Diane Keaton.
Well, she's up there too. I was thinking of, you know who I was thinking of? The Jerk.
I know. Well, I don't
the
know her
blonde
name.
hair?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but
Diane Keaton. She's up there. She is older than I am. She's 71.
71. Ryan, what do you think?
I was going to go 68.
Dad's gonna get it. Both very kind. She is 77 today. Diane
Oh, man,
Keaton.
I was going to also go that, but I didn't.
Well, happy birthday, Diane. Little story, little ditty
Well, you could go.
about Jack and Diane.
Oh, and what else was she in that I would know? I've seen her in a lot of. She's been in a lot of.
Yeah,
movies.
she's been in a lot of stuff.
She's probably been in a lot of
But
stuff.
Annie
that you
Hall
guys-
was where she probably broke out with Woody Allen, and she dated him for a little while, and then
Oh my
like I
God,
said-
that was a long time.
like I
ago,
said,
I'm
father
sure.
of the bride. But anyway, here we go. Third birthday up. Back to Ryan. Ryan most notably would remember him from a Christmas movie that we love to watch. It's not a satellite, genius. It's a satellite dish. I don't want no goddamn satellite. Oh, come on in. Take it. Nope, not Robert Redford. Robert Duvall. There you go.
And
Robert
Tim McGraw
Duvall.
was in the movie.
Robert Duvall. I love him most as Boo Radley.
He's one of my favorite top 5 actors.
Boo Radley in To Kill a Mockingbird. He plays in the episode Miniatures on The Twilight Zone, which is one of my favorites from season 4. Check that out. That's a great one. Robert Duvall, Bobby Duvall.
You're forgetting
Ryan's
the
up
most famous
first.
one, man. He was the concierge and
You know what? I think I'm gonna have to pass this
and the
one.
Godfather.
I think he was in Apocalypse Now, too. I think he was in Apocalypse Now,
Yeah,
too.
he might have been. I just don't remember.
All right,
him
Ryan's up first.
He's still making movies. I'm gonna pass this off to brother Adam.
Bobby Duvall,
I'm gonna go with 83.
83.
Okay, I like that. Lock
I'll
that
go with
in.
85.
Dad's going to be a little closer. You guys, again, very kind. He is 92 today.
Oh shit!
Oh, Bobby Duvall.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Adam.
But yeah, he's still out there. Orlando. He,
Hot, cold, what?
So
I'll pay you after the game.
I was trying to think the other day. Orlando's Vince Vaughn's character, and then you have Dallas, and who was the other guy?
Vince Vaughn.
Columbus. No,
What movie?
no, it wouldn't be. In Four Christmases, there's
Not Reno.
3 kids.
Not.
Three King or Ghosts?
No, his sons.
the Three
They're
Kings?
named Orlando.
There was.
I'm gonna-
Yeah, never mind.
Oh.
Anyway,
Suck you
here
in
we
the
go. Suck you. Dad's up next here for this one. She played Betty Draper in Mad Men. I like her most. I didn't watch Mad Men, but she was one of the main characters and crush for what's his name, Will Fader or whatever his name is.
Will Ferrell.
But no, Last Man on Earth. She was in that series.
Oh,
very
is that her?
happy
Yeah,
birthday
yeah,
goes
yeah.
out to January Jones.
And she was Jane. She was the main one, right?
Like the main girl on Last
Yeah,
Man
yeah.
on Earth, yeah.
Yeah,
And she was Betty Draper in Mad Men
Will
before
Forte.
that. But yeah, January Jones.
My turn?
It's her birthday, and it is Dad's turn. Yeah,
47.
Dad's gonna go 47.
Ooh, that's good. Something tells me she's like 41.
Dad'll get it 2 points off. She is 45 today, January Jones. All right, yeah, man. Clawing, Adam. Adam. Last birthday we have up for you tonight, and Ryan is going
It's
first.
like the hockey game, the first 2 periods last night so far.
Oh, yeah, no shit. All right. Last one we have up for you. Definitely one of my favorites of all time for our franchise. He is currently on my 2001 Blitz game, along with Derek Brooks, along with Mike Allstott,
Who is
along
Warren
with
Sapp?
Warren Sapp. He was a running back for that crew. So the most
Allstott.
notable,
Mr. Allstott.
No, I said Allstott.
WD-40.
A little Warwick Dunn
FSU.
for you. A little
FSU.
Warwick Dunn for you.
I saw
Happy
him the other
birthday.
day giving away a home the other day, and he's getting gray in the
Number
even on the
28.
top. Not quite as gray as Obama.
Number 28 of Dungy and Gruden's
Okay,
Buccaneers.
all right, let's think about this for real.
Ryan.
For real.
Or
Let's
Dunn.
think about this.
Curie
I
should
mean,
get this. Curie
obviously
should know
I
what
should
year
be
she
able to-
graduated and just add to it.
Yeah, well, I don't
It
know.
was Florida State.
All right, what do you think, man?
He's probably like 50, 55. I'm gonna say 55. Lock it in.
55.
Shit, that's a 5-year jump because I'm gonna say, let's see, 90s, and he wasn't there for Super Bowl, so 2020. God dang, that's real close. It's got to be. You said 55?
He's at
Oh,
55.
I'm going 54.
54. Just taking the one under.
Yep.
Good thing you did because he is 48 today.
I was about to say, man. I was like,
That's what it's come down
but
to.
you know
with the two of us.
why I said 55? Why did I say 55?
Derek Brooks. I got a jersey of his. I just got it. Did you see it?
Well, hey, man.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, he just got the Derek Brooks jersey this Sunday.
Shelby,
The throwback
Danielle's
orange.
friend. You can do, Uncle Joel, how they did someone from Cleveland Browns, and they shout
I've
out.
met him a few times.
They shouted out to like Uncle Joel, "Hey, Uncle Joel, happy birthday!" Blah
Celebrity
blah blah.
like birthday
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
greetings,
Well,
things like that.
Danielle, our friend Shelby, she got a promotion at Franklin Templeton, and it's Derek, and he's like, "Hello, Shelby,
Oh, really?
congratulations, your favorite player, Derek." And so when I did that, who's your favorite player? And she just started doing it in the car. I was like, "Oh yeah," I was like, "That's Dad's chant. That's his favorite player, like one of his favorites."
On the school bus.
Yeah, well,
Or whatever bus.
who could have predicted that they would have had that transition from the Dungy era to the Gruden era and just take that super? I remember that. That was big for us.
That was huge.
It
And
was-
it took us until
Swafford's
Tommy.
house, man.
It took us until Tommy
Hey,
B came back to get another one.
Dungy
You know what I
was
mean?
right. Dungy was right on the edge of it, and then
He created that team.
yeah,
And-
that
yeah,
was
let's
his
be
team.
real.
yeah,
Let's
so,
be real.
Yeah.
Speaking, and to
yeah.
give Gruden credit, once he took over the team, he goes, "I'll take over the offense. I am not touching the defense."
He
That's
kept them,
Monty's.
Monty Kiffin's job. Yeah, he was a fair but stern master. That John Gruden. But
Except for with the
speaking of
referees.
predictions, yeah. Speaking of predictions,
he hated zebras for some reason.
well, yeah, definitely, yeah. Okay, so segue. Speaking of predictions. I'm sure, Dad, you probably saw this on your Smart News. A couple different websites, including like the Post and the Times, all posted this this week, and I thought it was pretty interesting. And in case you don't keep up with the news and the Smart News like Dad and I do, they compiled a list of predictions from 100 years ago, made in 1923, about what it would look like in 2023. And it's a laundry list of different scientists and economists and socialists, people that just study humans at that point and what they thought. And a lot of these, I read this list on two different websites, and they had matching shit, basically. Read it once and then went home to go prepare and gather some notes on it. And the second time I read it, literally every single one of them are scans of old newspapers. So you can see that this was actually printed. And I thought it was pretty interesting, so I wrote down quite a few of them. They say they predicted here. So these are 1923 predictions on what 2023 will bring.
1923,
Now,
booming.
suffice to say, before you
I
give
mean,
us
the
those
20s was
predictions,
the
as you were telling us that, and I did not read this,
Industrial
but as
Revolution.
you're telling us that, and if there's some that are like spot on correct,
There's going to be some that are spot on
And
and,
I'm
some that
thinking-
are going to be way off.
yeah, okay,
Can-
the way off ones, okay,
Can we
I can get that,
establish-
but the spot on ones, when you're talking about some mines,
You want to hear a couple of them?
I'm still waiting
but
on the hoverboard.
if you think about
True.
Let me
you think
establish
about
something
some
real quick.
mines 100 years ago.
Let's remember
trying
there's
to-
four of us in the room. Yeah.
I know, trying to think 100 years from now, what's going to happen? What do they base it on? What happened 100 years before?
Yeah.
Good
Because
point.
there wasn't shit 100 years before. Horses, maybe.
Good point. So
Slow-
1923, that was booming, right? That was the American Industrial
Yeah, it was
Revolution.
before the
Yeah.
big recession. Yep.
That was the okay. All right,
And
so
before both
that's
wars,
when
I
we were
think.
building skyscrapers. So they probably thought the next 100 years from here was going to be crazy. So I want to hear what
All
they
right, well,
think. I mean, if we were
first
building
one up.
skyscrapers and
Yeah.
businesses back then, 100
But our
years ago-
electronics were nowhere near.
Oh
the
yeah, they
speed.
probably
Well,
have
no shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
since
right.
the 70s.
I mean, I'm sure we had dial phones.
Well, let's get into it.
Yeah, let's
Can we
actually
get into
read
it? Please.
Let's read it.
Yeah, let's do it. Our first one, 1,000 mile an hour freighters will deliver goods before sunset, is what it said. Now, I think the average freighter probably still goes about, 35 max, maybe 40.
I don't know, a week or so to get from Asia to here, right?
Well, I'm just saying, like the average freight liner train.
He's
probably
a
goes
big
about-
baby. He knows
You're
that.
talking about
35, 40 mile an
ship?
hour. No, like a
no.
No, like a train. A train. I'm sorry, like freight train.
So yeah, I train
Probably about
probably
35, 40 max, 35, I would say.
Yeah,
so yeah,
somewhere
we're a
around there.
long way from 1,000 mile per hour on that one.
Because you
So-
got to think of all the things that go into that. The tracks and
Well, they'd
the
have to be
switching
electric. The
over
whole thing
and
would have to be
everything.
Are you
electric.
sure they said trains or not ships?
No. They're talking
The way
about
this reads, it looks like it's like freighters, so anything that can transport, deliver goods. So like freighters would be.
Well, no, there's a big difference between on land and in water, Ryan.
I'm considering this is
Ryan.
on land.
yes,
Yeah.
And between
so
an
very-
18-wheeler
I
and
think
a
they're
train.
talking about electric trains that'll become freighters that'll be able to carry goods.
Yeah, they missed on that
So
one.
Yeah.
Well,
They're
hang on. Yeah, go ahead.
Some places are
Fucking
working on
Bezos did it
bullet.
again.
Hold on.
Some people are working on bullet trains that will actually go pretty damn fast, but they're not.
for commute.
Yes, it's mainly for personnel. It's not even. I don't think they have. It's not sustained yet. Right now they're still.
But
in the
it's
process.
not for hauling fucking weight.
Oats. It's not for hauling oats. I'll tell you that. But also, Elon.
That's a bitch girl
Elon
because
Musk.
Oh,
Elon
I see.
Musk.
Hold on. Did you see? He said
No.
that's a bitch.
that's
girl.
how Jeff Bezos is doing it in the middle of the night when we
all
don't
right.
see anything.
I was going
Alright.
to say, I mean,
supplying his warehouses.
Elon Musk has the Hyperloop
never gonna
project
get
where
through
it's
this segment.
underground, and he's basically saying that
Okay, well,
it's going to be the fastest. Anyways,
Bezos
That's
has
a
secret
can of
plans
worms
for.
he opened.
Bezos has secret plans for everything. Anyway, second one.
this is Elon, different billionaire idiot.
Watch-sized radio telephones will keep everybody in communication with the ends of the earth.
Boom.
Yeah, but that's Dick
Spot on.
Tracy. How
Well,
long has Dick Tracy been
and
around?
Star Trek and Dick Tracy, of course.
Star Trek,
but,
not,
the,
but-
these were 50 years later. 40 years after
Well, I
this.
don't know
Well,
when
no, 'cause-
comic books and Dick
Because the
Tracy.
Star Trek, they had the personal communicators.
Yeah.
It's the
yeah,
exact
but that was
same
well
thing.
after
cell phone.
1920.
But Dick Tracy had the watch for sure.
For
but
sure,
yeah,
and I don't know
But
when
now
that-
we have. Yeah, you can
Oh, and
literally.
then even like RoboCop had the phone where you pick up and you would see who you're talking to.
Well, this is the same movie where they shot somebody in the dick. So let's just let's keep reality suspended for RoboCop.
Well,
and even before the watch thing, I mean, Maxwell Smart could talk into his phone.
That's true. Get smart into his shoe.
Yep, a shoe. I mean, bottom of his shoe.
Well, that's good.
Special agent.
Okay. They're predicting a way shorter work week in this next one. I wish it were true, but people will toil not more than, this is how it's written in the newspaper article, people will toil not more than 4 hours a day owing to the work of electricity. So they're just saying now eventually it might get that. I mean, you've heard about that all fully automated McDonald's in Texas.
yeah,
So
but that
you-
doesn't. So the issue with
So we might be 20 years off on this one.
We might be.
here's the issue with that.
4-hour work days.
Oh,
People
okay.
need money to buy stuff, and until we get a process to replicate goods and services, i.e., food, water, all the essentials, until we can replicate that cheaper, it's not going to be like that because people are
Because
still
you got
going to
business owners.
Yeah, because you got business.
Mind your
owners.
tongue, Manufacturers.
Professor Nerdhead.
I feel like Adam and I are just the smarter brothers than you, man. I mean,
Yeah, I'm just a monkey
just-
over here pushing buttons, man.
you
I
just
don't know what the hell
you
I'm
just
doing.
don't know about economic stuff, huh?
And then you don't want to trust machines.
I'll take business ethics for 400, please. All right, well, next one we have. This one, yeah, definitely rolling right along. Every city will also be a spotless town thanks to electricity.
Ooh,
Yeah, no,
Well,
no.
not
It
even
depends
close.
on where you're
They
at.
missed on that one.
So
They ever been to New York lately?
I was about to say New York City. That's the first case study. You build that out, you can.
I guess they
accomplish the
probably
rest of the
expected.
cities.
I guess
it
they
depends.
probably.
It depends
what
on what you're
Pinellas
looking
County
at. So
will look like when we
in
don't
the
have any more grass.
in the U.S. probably not. Over in Singapore, when I was over there, there was lists of rules. Like you could not spit, you could not litter. If you're caught doing
Straight to jail.
any of this stuff,
Straight
straight
to
to
jail.
jail. So, in that aspect, yes, absolutely. But over here, where people are a little don't care as much for the environment,
Lax.
and then you have certain areas that are
Big, fat, dumb. Yes, yeah.
Well, just
terrible. I mean,
think that we have the freedom. It's in the Constitution.
Yeah,
Freedom.
It's my right if I want to throw my cigarette butt on that street.
You don't need to tell me what
all right,
to do.
Tammy Lynn.
That's Brenda.
That's brand. Yeah, but yeah, no, you make a valid point. It definitely probably comes down to how lax we are on our entire system and on people who litter. I personally cherry out my cigarettes
Cheerio.
and then throw them in a cup or a can or on the floorboard until I get somewhere and then throw it out.
And then take that can and chuck it in the street.
Because honestly, I've been honked at before when I flicked a cigarette
Oh,
butt.
good.
Was it in a Wendy's parking lot? Was there a dude behind you?
I hit the guy running trash to the dumpster. He's like, "Hey man," I'm like, "Shit, sorry, this is where I ate my lunch."
I saw an open mirror. I thought I had it.
All right, next one we have up for you. Fewer doctors will be present.
Could you help me pick up these kids?
And these cigarette butts.
Fewer doctors will be present, and there will be way less unknown diseases.
Ooh.
Now, I think we've discovered a hell of a lot of diseases,
Diseases.
Yeah,
but
I think we're-
doctors is a
well,
great profession.
yeah,
But-
we're-
I have a really
So-
good take on this.
doctors in the workforce, yes, because a lot of that stuff people are doing over the phone now. You're doing
Oh,
voice.
you do e-visits.
Yeah, e-visits. So not necessarily at a doctor's office, but you call the doctor, you go over your symptoms and everything like that, and then they'll kind of diagnose you over the phone. They'll be doing the exact same thing, other than checking your temperature and simple stuff like that. I mean, if you're walking in and your shoulders
Well,
in the wrong
eventually with
place-
technology, they'll have something you can hook your arm into, and it'll get your blood
Oh, yeah.
pressure and all that
Did
stuff.
you say
And-
like a 50% reduction?
Well, what I said is they didn't actually say any sort of percentage, but they said there will be like not nearly as many doctors present. Now, here's my thing. This is 100 years
Well,
ago.
see, I was going to go right
Oh,
where
I will
Adam
give you
went.
exactly the science behind this.
I think they thought that we would just like eventually just start figuring out many more cures for common things and have it in medicinal form, and the need for doctors would be way less because we would be like a much more, cautious society of how to treat ourselves, and the need for doctors would be less. Let's be realistic.
That's not true.
In 100 years, I'm sure the doctor population has gone up 500%.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100 year. I got lost in that thing.
There's a
but,
bunch of
yeah, for
specialty doctors too.
That's true. Now you have all sorts of
that's-
mental illness.
I just read a book that speaks exactly to that. Okay, 100 years ago, if you're considered a doctor, you could do probably 12 to 15 different specializations.
And now it's
any
not that
kind
way.
of any kind of city. As we progressed, got more complicated. The specialists, you needed more specialists, so like it only grew that much more. So like think about a home builder. A home builder 100 years ago, you knew how to build a home, but now as homes get more complicated,
You
you
have a
need a
plumber, you have
contractor
a
to do this, to do that,
electrician,
to do this.
you have a
can't do
HVAC,
it. You don't
you have a-
have the capability to do
And
it.
or
So
the time.
absolutely 100%. Like there's more doctors, there's more specialists. Think about your last 5 years of on this planet. How many specialists you'll have come visit you? Like your moms, your dads, like when you're on your last year, you'll have maybe this specialist talking, this specialist. There's
Right.
like 8 different specialists. So it's that's it.
I mean, yeah. We're going to take a quick little break because we are going over on time, but let's get back into this when we come back. I have a few more that I want to talk about, and just having a great time here in the Tiger Cage, guys. This is They Call Us the Breeze. Yeah, boy. Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, episode 76. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, guys. We'll see you.
See you soon.
Bye-bye. Well, hey guys, welcome back to They Call Us the Breeze, episode 76, live from the Tiger Cage. That's right, Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live here with brother Adam on his Three-Peat, his third episode, joining us. Thank you so much for being here, dude. It's awesome to see you.
Good to be
as
here.
always. And yeah, just chilling out. I tell you what, you get all 4 breach acts in one room, it's impossible to stay on schedule. I will just say it. Like we have run over on every segment we have tried tonight, but you know what? We still have plenty more show, so we're just gonna try to cram it in. Fat
We'll
guy,
do what we can. We'll do what we
in
can.
a little
Richard.
coat.
We just watched
Fat
that.
guy
So
in
good.
a little coat. But yeah, as we were saying before the break, we were talking about 100-year-old predictions from 1923. Got into all sorts of fun stuff. I have a few more for you guys if you want to hear them. They said everything. There will be no more ugly people. Everybody's just going to be beautiful. Now, this is open for interpretation
Everybody
because a lot of people are plastic out there nowadays, and
Sure.
people are trying to do what
Oh,
they
yeah?
can.
Okay.
But they said it'll be all beautiful people. Quote, beauty contests will be unnecessary as there will be so many beautiful people that it will be virtually impossible to judge who's the best. And that was a quote from 100 years ago. Now, I don't think
Virtually.
they're completely...
What does virtually mean? Because they didn't know there was virtual reality.
Well, I think, virtually meant...
Well, and
virtually
that's-
means, like, happening, like, in your face.
happening in your face.
And that's
So-
also a very opinionated.
That's what I'm thinking.
statement.
I'm thinking,
what
like...
is beautiful?
Absolutely.
So
Well, they probably figured that people are going to be doing, like, augmentation and
Yeah.
breeding in specific ways to a point in 100 years, everyone's just going to be beautiful.
Also, what was
Now, that is
beautiful
not the
100
case.
years
you,
ago?
you run over to Alabama, Roll Tide, and just go walk around some of the suburbs around there. You're
not
going
necessarily. I mean, you got to think beauty is in the eye of the beer holder.
That's the-
Yes.
And the
Yeah,
goggles-
that is And it's truer at 1 in the morning than it is at 9 at night.
And the goggles do lie, but we don't blame them.
Yeah,
for
make
that,
sure you wear
know
your
what I'm
safety
saying?
goggles.
Yeah,
Exactly.
always want to wear your. Okay,
Something you guys don't
that
know
might
about.
what them
right?
guys might have had some new goggles than 100 years ago.
Hush now.
All right. So, one of the things you guys don't know about is think about me being on deployment for 8 months. You know, you got a bunch of single guys going out on deployment for 8 months.
Hey, this is a family show. Before we go
You're
any
gonna
further.
have, you're gonna have. If we would use the rating system on women, which we don't do,
No.
right? Not at all.
No.
So a 2 would turn into a 5 after about 6 months of deployment, and a 5 would turn into a 10.
Well,
about
there's-
6 months of deployment.
That's some good appreciation.
So technically speaking, if you're on sea for another whole half,
Sir, do you realize the can of worms
They're all
you just
10s.
opened?
they're all 10s.
They're all 10s.
You compound
It's
that.
basically like red meat to a dog.
Dude, if I stare at a tree long enough, it becomes a 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You realize
if
you
I
realize,
stare at a tennis ball with a slit in it, I mean, come on.
That slit's
Do you-
looking mighty good right there.
do you realize that you're married and that you are in the Navy and
I'm
a
sure he
sailor?
realizes.
And you just said that.
Yes.
No, see, this is the bad influence we are on him. We get him in the tiger cage, man. He it's like we might as well have him
Where we at
naked
on that
running
one,
around
dipshit?
streaking through the quad up into the gymnasium. You know, he
I'm thinking about how much trouble I'm in right now.
well
Exactly, Adam. So you're saying
You're at a 10. You need to
you
go
guys,
to a
yeah,
0.
You're gonna be questioned.
All right,
Yeah.
couple more predictions we had for you. You know, they said that in 2023 we do not begin the day by reading the world's news, but by listening to it. For the newspaper has
That's a good
gone out
prediction.
of business more than half a century before. Now
So
the newspaper's
50
not gone out
That's a
of
good
business.
one. No, but
Not
that's
per se,
close.
no.
But that's very close.
To be fair, like Dad and I get on our smart devices and read our smart news. I mean, that's where, and you get the paper what, once or twice a week?
Yep, Wednesday, Sunday.
Wednesday, Sunday. So like, I mean, you used to get the paper every day and then the Sunday edition and everything, but now you've cut back to, you still keep it at old school,
Well,
which
we
I
cut
respect.
back to Sunday, and then since they cut all the weekday, press, they don't press the paper every day of the week anymore. So since they cut back publishing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they said, well, if you're a Sunday subscriber, we'll give you Wednesday free.
Oh, boom. Okay.
Well, basically,
And
I'm
that's-
sure they're nothing free, but you
Yeah,
know.
the charge just went up.
Yeah, unless you're tracking something that's going day by day, I mean, you really only need the news every 3 days anyway.
Yeah, I mean, twice a week's enough.
Yeah, I check it. I have to check it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night or day at some point for headlines if we're doing headlines.
Well,
and
I
things
look
like
at my
that.
smart news
You know,
every day.
what's interesting, he says like a half a century. So it would be, they would have gone out a half a century. That would be the 70s. Is that kind of when they went online?
No,
when they,
no.
not even yet.
No,
right?
no.
Online's
It just
are like
started
the
in the last
80s,
10 years.
90s.
90s.
Yeah.
Well,
The last 10 years, really.
AOL was really the first user-friendly
like, yeah.
experience of the internet, and that
And
was
news.
not until 95.
Yeah. AOL,
I was in like 5th, 6th
Windows
grade.
95.
Yeah.
I guess the military maybe got their news back in the 70s.
I'd say in the
Computers.
last 10 years,
No,
there's been
don't
a
know.
big emphasis on, if you want to continue reading this article, subscribe to the Tampa Bay Times
Yeah,
or
that's.
whatever.
I'm
a
not
lot of-
paying. I'm not paying.
Yeah.
I'm
Here's
a
a
pirate.
really good one. A century from now, the average length of human life will be 300 years.
No, I missed that one.
Not there yet, but definitely. I mean, we've added a 15-year.
Bateman's on track to hit 120, but
Yeah, Bateman's probably going to be very old, just because he
well,
probably hate
all the cocaine. He
Will
did in the
Arnett
80s.
will because he
Yeah.
loves life.
Well, like who's really fit, like celebrity wise, that might hit
Ben
like
Stiller.
that 100. Ben Stiller, you think?
That would hit 100?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Ben Stiller. He takes.
That's
Paul
that-
McCartney.
I know we've been doing
200.
well. He's like vegan now, and he's been vegan for like the last 15
Well,
years.
how old do they got to be that you're
No,
thinking of?
Zac
Older?
Efron.
I'm
Zac
just saying
Efron,
who's
he'll
gonna-
live till.
I'm just
Zac
saying who's going
Efron-
to pass the 100-year mark now? Because we always talk about like this. We don't talk about it on the radio, but we talk about the celebrity death pool. Now we need to reverse that, get a brighter outlook on that, and say which celebrities are going to make it past 100.
Okay, if Tom Brady continues to live his life like he
45.
does, as far as he takes care of
Tom is
himself,
gonna be going
He won't be
long
playing
time,
football.
maybe.
He could hit that if he keeps on his regimen.
I
that
think
he
our
does.
buddy Dan Mayo thinks Tom Brady's going
I
to live
think-
forever.
I think probably Schwarzenegger. all the old action guys.
How old is
Now,
he?
how old's he now, you think?
So he's in his.
80?
He's got to be 80s, 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will.
70s.
You don't
If he's-
think any of those
if he's
steroids
85, he'll make it.
will just kind of
So I think
work its way through its
after he kind of got out of the whole bodybuilding business, it wasn't as super into steroids and shit like that.
Right.
Not saying he did do it. Not saying he didn't.
He did do
but
it. He did do
easy.
it.
Watch your words.
You gotta
That's-
look
Oh, he
at.
did do it.
You gotta look at the physique and what everybody was doing back then. So
Yeah.
I think since
Muscle Beach, bruh.
Since then they've tapered off with that stuff. I know Stallone got caught with HGH, human growth hormone, when he was doing Rambo 4. When
Man, you looking
trying to-
good. You look like Rambo.
yeah, he got big.
You cut
for
like
that
a
one.
Julian salad,
But
man.
you got to think, as long as they don't go into that crazy stuff and they eat a clean lifestyle, they should be fine.
They should be fine. No, that's a good point.
There's
All right.
no way you convince me in my lifetime that Arnold Schwarzenegger or Jose Canseco or
I think you just have to get the blood of really young kids,
Barry
right?
Bonds.
I think that's
Yeah.
the,
Barry
yeah,
Bonds.
Barry Bonds.
Mark
There's
McGuire.
another one. Mark McGuire.
that's the
Yep.
cure to
Like
everything.
the stem cell.
Yeah, you just have to get really young kids' blood transfused into your body, and you'll live
not
forever.
true.
No, I'm
It's
growing
true.
all over again.
It's true.
That was
All
the
right.
South Park where
That's a rough one. Yeah. More on the 100 list. The next one up, we have it. Okay.
Shit, we
Oh,
got a phone
who's
call.
calling
That's
in
cool.
now, eh?
All right. This is an unknown number. I don't recognize the number. Well, Adam, you want to take it? It's
Yeah,
up to
we'll
you.
take it. We'll take it.
All right. Okay.
Let's take it.
Hello, this is a prepaid collect call from an inmate at Florida Correctional Institution.
Who the hell
This
could
call
that
is
be?
subject to recording
I'm
and
not too
monitoring.
sure.
To
Well, they
accept
don't know what
charges,
timing.
press
All right, let's
1.
just accept
to
it.
refuse charges.
Yeah,
Thank
go.
you for using T-Netics. You may start the conversation now.
Hey, this is They Call Us the Breeze.
Who is?
Is this
hello?
an inmate at a correctional facility? Who do we have on the phone here?
Oh, hey, Breeze, what's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
Oh, shit.
Brenda?
Who's this? This is Brenda.
Are you kidding me,
Brenda.
Brenda.
how
Okay.
you
All
doing?
right.
Brenda, what are you doing in jail?
Brenda, are you there, honey? We don't have a time.
Oh, hey, guys, what's going on? Hey, y'all.
Not a lot.
Hey, Brenda.
What are you doing in jail, Brenda?
Oh, that's besides the point. I didn't do shit, all right? I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't do nothing. I just heard you guys. One of my friends, she's got a little iPod she snuck in here, and we're listening to y'all's podcast live on YouTube. And I finally realized y'all finally have a brother, and I was like, I got to call in and talk to this man. You guys brought me a sailor. How are you, Adam?
I'm doing good, Brenda. How are you?
Yeah, this is Brother Adam,
Yeah.
Brenda. Everyone thinks he's a myth, but glad you took the time out to
Yeah.
call.
Well, yeah, I didn't do shit, all right? First off, I'm going to say right now, and I'm already in touch with Mr. Loretti, and he says I'm good to go. I didn't do anything, and I just wanted to call in and say, hey, y'all, I hope y'all had a happy new year, and
Thank you so much for calling in,
Yeah,
Brenda. I
thank you.
appreciate.
Thank you.
Sounds like your New
It's
Year's
very
getting
nice of
off
you.
to a great start.
well, like I said, I didn't really do anything. All I did was I was running around, all right, and I might have accidentally walked out with a couple grocery carts from the Piggly Wiggly like a couple times, just like literally 2 times. And I was like, they must not care. I don't get it. So I just kept walking out. And turns out the whole time they were building a federal case on me. I guess you got to get it up to a certain amount of money before they can prosecute.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right, Brenda. You
How
can't.
much do you think? How
It's a
much you
certain
steal?
amount. There's a level. I've read about this.
It's under 900.
Yeah, there's a certain amount that they'll let you get away with, but they have to build a case against you. And you just thought it was okay.
I just thought they were just being lazy. I didn't think they were watching or they didn't even care. I saw that one little chick. She was flirting with this 60-year-old man behind customer service, giving him his Marlboro Reds and all that stuff. He's like, let me get lucky number 16. I was like, this place is trash. They don't care. And I just thought they just, whatever. I walked out with a couple of grocery carts. I didn't do nothing wrong.
I know. I mean, you think guys can walk out of a store with crab legs
Well-
and not go to prison?
Brenda, here's my first question up for you. I mean, how are you already in Florida Correctional Institute for a crime so petty? I mean, I would think that you're still probably in county.
Oh, yeah. All right, jackass. Top pro tip for you. You want to get to the front of the line? Apparently, they don't take very kindly to you whipping a guard's ass in county. So you get straight to the front of the line when you get that. So yeah, they sent me over here just about 3 days ago. I've been in here.
Yeah, I was just about to say, because we talked to you 2 weeks ago. There's no way you could be in county.
Like I said, straight to the front of the line.
You put a guard in check, Brenda?
That bitch was looking at me, and she's like, you need to get in cell now. I said, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to sip of water. And she said, no, you're not. You're getting in that cell. And I'll tell you what, she ain't barking out orders for at least another 3 weeks from what her dentist said.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Brenda. All right, well, that explains why you got the front of the line, and now, well, look where it landed you. You're here at, well, who's taking care of little Kyle?
I don't need you to be worried about my kid, okay? I just wanted to bless y'all with my presence. I have made plenty of phone calls regarding, like I said, I talked to Larry Loretti, and he says this is an open and shut case. And I know he says that about a lot of things, but I feel like he might have a handle on this. Crosley's working on getting the money to get me out of here right now.
How is Crosley? How is Loretti? We haven't talked to them since the new year.
Oh, they're good, but they're mainly focused on my ass right now because I'm in a heap of trouble. But I didn't do shit, like I said.
Well, it does sound like you did shit, Brenda. You
And
went,
also,
you went to county. You stole groceries.
a bunch of them, and then you go to jail, they're going to spoil.
You stole from the grocery stores. You ended up.
That's right. I ended up in county.
You ended up in county, and then you beat some security guard's ass. I mean, no wonder you're straight up in the pen.
Can I ask a question, Brenda?
What's that, Mom?
First off, how are you sleeping?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing all right. I mean, they got little cots in here and stuff.
How's your
cellmate?
How's your cellmate?
Go watch Scares. I'm in my cell by myself. No one wants a bunk with me.
Okay.
They don't know about Brenda around here. I want to talk to Sailor Adam. Hey, how you doing, Sailor?
I'm good, but my wife is watching, so please keep it G-rated.
Oh, your wife. Your wife's watching? Oh, that's too bad. Where's she at? Probably about 100, 200 miles away, sitting in some little hotel room?
No, that's just in the next room.
All right, that's fair enough. Oh, God, they're getting rowdy around here.
Yeah, we're in the tiger cage right now, Brenda.
Well, I'm in a tiger cage, literally, of my own right now, and they're getting a little rowdy in
Sounds
here.
like it. Jeez,
I got. No, back up, bitch. I got 7 more minutes. Back up, bitch. Sorry about that. No, yeah, I just wanted to call in. I get 10 minutes a day, and like I said, I already got all my legals settled out, and I heard y'all on one of my friends she has a little iPod, so I was like, I'm gonna call in there and meet Mr. Sailor. What's up there, Mr. Seaman? How you doing?
I'm good, Brenda. How are you?
I don't care if your wife's listening. I'm just saying, nice, sturdy built man like yourself. I'm just saying, I'd like to see the broadside of your ship. You know what I mean? That's right. Have you bent me over starboard? You know what I'm saying?
All right, Brenda, this is a family show, dude, and his family is around. We have our nephew James here in the actual tiger cage, so if you could clean it up just a little bit.
All right, I'm sorry. I get a little excited. It's been kind of lonely in here. I've been in here for shit. Between county and here, it's been about 13 days, 14 days.
Are you fighting spiders?
Well, no. I mean, we just out here reading magazines. I started a little prayer group. I haven't been to church in a couple Sundays, so I'm feeling a little agitated.
Are you getting the games in there? What sports?
Well, no,
what are you guys watching?
I watched y'all's Buccaneers the other day, and I mean, bullshit. I tell you, it's laughable at this point. But we us gal pals, we stay entertained in our own certain ways.
All right, I'm surely I don't want to hear any more about that. Brenda, everything else going to be okay? I mean, where are we going from here?
Well, I just like I said, I just want to call and say hi to Adam. I hope you're enjoying your stay, right? It sounds like you've been having a good time.
Oh, yes, good time. It's good to be back with the brothers.
Yeah, and I'm going to get this thing sorted out. Like I said, you can't, it's entrapment to have a risk assessor at the Piggly Wiggly walking up and down the aisle watching me you don't need to be watching me while I'm picking up my groceries and putting them in the cart. And what I do with them after the cart, that's my...
I don't think, Brenda, you can't just... That's shoplifting. You can't just... So obviously, you did that, and I think you're probably going to be in there for a little while. I don't know what Loretti and Crosley are going to be able to do for you. I mean, we might try to get them on the line next week and maybe have a little huddle about this because
Sounds like
we need
a
to
fight
get
in the background. Is there a fight there?
I'm sure there's all sorts of shit going on back
and
there.
also Can we send you something, Brenda, from They Call Us the Breeze? Can we send you some money for commissary? Something that you can buy? Are you making any
commissary? I ran out of deodorant
you
like
making
3
some
days
crazy
ago.
kind of dishes in there in jail right now? Are you making some kind of I know they do the Frito pies and they do
No,
the
dumbass. It's hot Cheetos and ramen soup, and you start with that, and then whatever kind of protein you can get, you can cut up some Slim Jims. Ain't you ever been in prison before? Jesus.
I've been one time.
He has not.
Well,
I've been in jail overnight, right up there on 49th Street. I did that
visited
one
somebody
time.
and I got freaked out.
Oh,
I
you
thought
did
I was.
jail for one night. Oh, whoop-de-doo. I bet Adam's seen a lot more torture than either of you boys ever have. Am I right, baby?
I really don't know what to say about this.
yeah.
But I'm pretty sure our food's
Come on,
pretty
Easy,
Come
Adam.
on,
You're gonna
sailor,
turn her
slam
on,
your
man.
boat
Don't
down
even
on
do
the
that.
table here. Slam that big old missile down here on the table.
You can see some stuff.
You want to carry your ship? Because you've been carrying my heart this whole episode.
All right, Brenda. I appreciate
Brenda, you're
that.
laying it on thick. When do you even get out? He's probably going to be back to port.
Back up, bitch. I told you. I got
Brenda, stop. Walk away.
Bitch,
Don't
back
get
up,
into
I
any
got- I
trouble,
told
dude.
you.
Brenda, it's Ryan. Stop.
You ain't going to have a mouth to talk to nobody after you.
Stop, Brenda.
Brenda, for real, yeah.
Seriously.
Anything else
It's
we can do
not
for you,
worth it,
babe?
man.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It's just this bitch behind me just trying to get up on. I got 3 minutes left. I told her that.
Well, we can let you go if it's if it's any
if she
problem.
needs to make a call,
Sounds like it's busy. It sounds like it's a busy hour there in the.
or does that make it seem like you're backing
And
down?
it is the holidays. Everybody wants to call home.
Well, yeah, Dad makes a very good point.
I'm gonna get off when I feel like getting off. Bitch, one more time. I swear. Come here.
Brenda.
I think they're getting in a fight, guys. Dude, they're getting in a fight.
All right. Okay. I don't know what
Must
the
have
hell
gotten a
just
fight
happened
or
there.
something.
Yeah.
Oh my
all right.
God.
Sounded like she was
Yeah.
fucking with that girl. That's what's going to happen.
So
This might be good for
all
Brenda.
right.
I
guess
think.
this is like rule number one. Don't
This
roll
might
up
be
when
good
someone
for
has
Brenda because
time on
she
the
kind of
clock.
needs to be put in her spot a little bit. You know what I mean?
I wonder
She's
what little
been
Kyle's
raging.
doing.
We need to send an officer over there. Well, that
Wow.
doesn't work. I've seen that on Home Alone.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
If you grab them by the hair, it's a wig, right? So it's like that does nothing.
Well,
Dude,
yeah.
like
if
a
well,
fair
it
weather
sounds
girl.
like she is,
those female prison fights are vicious, man.
and it sounds
I've
like
seen
she's
it.
not going to get out.
It sounds like she's probably going
I'm
to
gonna
be.
put my money on it.
Yeah, she's probably going to get some more time just for that. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Well, it's they call us the
Poor little
Breeze.
Kyle.
I guess we're just gonna take a break. That was a little heated. We'll take a little break and then we'll get back with how to get your Taco Bell lunch for $1.75, and then also we have some headlines for you. So yeah, Brother Adam's in studio, episode 76, Tiger Cage. There it is.
There it is.
All right, guys, we'll be back in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you. That's right, guys. Welcome back to the final segment of They Call Us the Breeze, episode 76, live from the Tiger Cage. Wow. Just stepping in, we have Uncle Vinton. What's up, Uncle Vinton? How are you,
Uncle
man?
Vinton in the
Good to
house.
see
What
ya.
up, Uncle
Good
Vin?
to see you. You doing good? Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
holidays. Happy New Year. I haven't seen you yet. Yeah, we're here live in the Tiger Cage right now, man. We're on YouTube, and yeah, we're doing episode 76. Brother Adam's been filling into the hot seat all night long. We've had a very good time with him. We did a lot of shit tonight, so if you're just tuning in, make sure you go back and listen. We had Brenda calling in, a little inappropriate, and I'm honestly concerned for her safety. We're going to have to contact Crosley and Loretti, make sure that we have them on the horn, make sure this is all getting taken care of, because we can't lose Brenda. Let's be real. And
No.
little Kyle, God only knows what he's
100%.
going
And
through
Brenda
right now.
doesn't need to be calling our show. She should be contacting just those two directly.
I was just surprised she gets one call a day for 10 minutes, and she called us from the Correctional Institute.
maybe
she
maybe
chose
she's
to call us.
tried
so.
to call Crosley and what's his name?
Well, Loretti. From what
Loretti.
she
And
said,
they
though,
didn't return her call.
from what she said, it was sorted.
It's good they got the iPod in there.
I trust that. We're going to move along with the show here, last segment and final segment, because we have family here and we're all going to hang out and do our thing. Quick to the quip. We always say that, and every time we say we're going to be quick, we end up going 5 minutes later than we normally do. So let's not try to jinx it. But I'm going to tell you guys, like I promised you, how to get a $9 lunch from Taco Bell for $1.75. Here's how you do it. Now, I am a big fan of karma. Okay. I am always honest. Anytime I get incorrect change, anytime I get someone fucks up, I don't want to do that. Now, there's a difference between that and I'm not paying attention, and then I realize later. And then what are you going to do at that point? You just, whatever. You know what I mean? $9. So it's not really a life hack, guys. It's not really a loop. I just got super lucky. The other day I went through Taco Bell. Now, mind you, I told you about this. I have not had Taco Bell in 3 years.
So I think that is what you're talking about with karma, right? Because you haven't had it in 9 years.
They're trying to get me back.
And they just like the Taco Bell guys. You can't win a scratcher.
It's like playing a slot for the first time in 5 years and you hit like immediately and you're like, shit. Okay.
I mean, technically those odds are probably the same.
So I go through the Taco Bell line there. I order these 2 burritos. They're about $2.50, $3 a piece, and then I order a large soda. That's gotten up there, man. That's about $4 when you're done with it.
Dude,
Jesus Christ.
We went to Taco Bell today, $18.
Oh God. So I stick with my Wendy's. Just stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. I stick with my Wendy's and my McDonald's. Generally. Sometimes I'll toss in PDQ because I love Chick-fil-A, but I'm not going through that fucking line, dude. Especially on my way to work.
You just have to be one with the. With the line, right?
Everyone says you got a mobile order and pull. The parking lot and the double loop of cars gives me anxiety.
I've felt that
I cannot express on paper or in words. So I just stay away from just driving past it and looking at it.
So
it gives me anxiety.
Sickly. That 4th Street Chick-fil-A is like home court. It's weird. It's an ebb and flow, and I know it. It's super, super stupid and nasty, but I go there once a week.
And then
Kleinstron gets his treats. They hand him the treats.
And you know
to the
me,
window.
I'm on that. I'm on that cheap diet, so I really only do fast food twice a week anyway. And sometimes I do Chipotle, and that's a 2-mealer. So literally whatever I spend at or Jersey Mike's, that's a 2-mealer. So sometimes I'll go a place and get something, but you can't really 2-meal double stacks from Wendy's. That's just a lunch thing. Yeah. So you go to the Wendy's, you get the lightning double stack. You go to McDonald's. So I've been trying to cut Taco Bell into the regimen again after 3 years.
Good with our
so I go through,
food.
like I said, I order 2 of these burritos, and I order blah blah blah, and I order blah blah blah. She says my total's $9.25. I don't remember the exact change, but $9. Let's say $9. I give her $10, a $10 bill. I don't know if she just looked at the screen wrong, but she gave me back $9.75.
Oh, she probably thought you paid for 20, or no?
No,
never mind. That doesn't make sense.
So no, I'm glad you said that because literally for 6 hours I was going. She thought I gave her 20, and then I'm like, no, jackass. If
it took me a second.
It would have been
$12
$12 change. And I was like, oh, she literally just looked at the total and gave me back the total because she was too busy talking to the guy next to her. She didn't look at the change that was due. She looked at the total that was due and handed me back the total. So I got a Taco Bell lunch for about $1.50. It should have been about $9.50. And
so that's the hack.
That's the hack.
That's ridiculous because we thought you were going to say something to.
Yeah, no,
promo
code / they call us the breeze. Dude. Adam's in town.
That's kind of how I get you
80%
I got
off
you
your
guys
next
all
order.
the way to the
That's bullshit.
I got you guys through an hour. I got you guys through an hour and 10 minutes of programming just to get that hack, and
that's what you call the
old bait
hook.
and switch.
Yeah,
the
the
old
bait
bait
and
and switch. Yeah. But no, I just had to share that, and I was like, wow. And at this point, that I realized it was way too late in the game, and I wasn't even thinking about it. And I was like, wait, and I was counting my cash after work, and I was like, wait, that doesn't make any sense.
You know what we should do?
Well, too late now.
We should.
It's too late now. I mean, at a certain point, it's too late.
We should come up with a little app where it's we go around to our local businesses and
It's
be
never
if
too
the
late.
Lightning score 5 goals, then you get a free breadstick at Paisanos.
Yeah.
Too
or
late.
a free workout at LA Fitness.
Something like that.
Or you hit the double dipper.
Or
and
the
then
double dipper.
Get them lodged.
Well, I'm curious to see how headlines is going to go tonight, because we seem to, when the four of us are in a room and we bring up a topic like most of the 100-year-old topics,
Yeah.
it gets a little weird. But
Like the one you just brought up and said it's too late. It's never too late.
it's never too
Was
late.
it too late when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
Germans.
Leave it alone. He's rolling.
It's from yeah, exactly, guys. It's time to do some headlines before we get out of here.
That was mine.
And ladies and gentlemen, they call us the Breeze. Bravo Romeo Echo Sierra. Time for episode 76 headlines of the week. Hear your host. Hear him. Hey guys, it's Remy with headlines here. Yeah, no surprise there. Same guy. I am JT Parr.
What up, Council? I am JT Parr.
That sounds more like
love
what's
it.
his name, Spicoli to me.
Yeah, it does sound like Spicoli a lot, but a couple headlines for you tonight. Go ahead, Adam. What you're our guest.
I didn't exhale.
Yeah, that's John Favreau, PCU. Very good, very good. Oh, let's go. There it is. There she is. Okay, did you
know
guys
what
see
the opposite of that is?
Did you guys see the quarterback, right?
I didn't.
Yes. Yes.
JJ McCarthy of Michigan. Did you see his dad? Did you see JJ's dad copping a feel on his girlfriend there during a celebratory?
I saw a little blurb in the picture in the Smart News, and I was like, I'm
all
not
right,
even.
well, for those of you out there that don't know the news,
I'm not
James,
even
I
going
told
there.
you to be quiet. We're going to break two fingers
It's
after
off.
this segment.
Cut it off.
Cut it off. Two fingers coming off you, bud. Here we
Two
go.
fingers, better make it three.
I like what you're saying. But yeah, so the
Dad's like, if I
dad
did
of
it, you're
JJ.
Well, it's going to
Yeah.
have to be on the right hand, because
Yeah,
at least
so-
he can still play the guitar.
So I watched the video,
Michigan State game,
and I was just like,
yeah.
I mean, did he really?
New Year's
I mean,
Eve.
he definitely touched it.
Finger
but
swipe.
Yes.
Finger swipe.
Nothing.
Ryan, stand up. For those, so Ryan, stand up. Back at Ryan. You got a donker. Come on, get the donker here. All right, so you turn back to the camera. Show them your ass. His dad, like she's watching the field, and the dad, like, and not in this exact angle, but he does one of these. Oh. That was sensual, right? That felt so. What I did was I stroked my finger, just my fingertip, my pointed fingertip, ET style, kind of up the middle of one of Ryan's butt cheeks, from the bottom to the top of the butt cheek, the middle. And you see this video, this dude does it, and then there's a picture that follows that I saw in the same thread of him just taking another look at that ass, in quotes, and the dude is just straight up checking it out.
So what do you think of that, Ryan? How did that feel, and what do you think Wally would think of that?
Well, if I was in the circumstances that girl was just in, I don't know, I'd probably. What stadium were they playing at? If
So
we're
this
playing
was-
in
this
Cincinnati,
was-
I'm
this
going
was
to get some Skyline
this
chili.
was at the Fiesta Bowl. This was on New Year's
It
Eve.
was college. It was
Yeah,
college.
this was at the Fiesta Bowl, Michigan.
I don't know.
You know,
Just probably
and
drink.
he had a rough game, and I'm sure he had a rough day the next day
Oh,
when
yeah,
this
yeah.
shit came out on ESPN. They're like, "Yo, what up with JJ McCarthy's dad and his girlfriend?"
That's breakfast.
And you know what sucks is ESPN just naturally kept shooting the family. They kept going to the family. So like
The wife, especially. You
So,
motherfucker. As soon as
I
get you-
actually read that the
cut
next
that.
morning.
cut
The
that,
wife,
cut that.
the wife and the husband, there was a podium outside their front lawn, and they both hand and arm in arm walked out to the podium together, and they just had to address that.
Well, not gonna be
kind of,
not gonna be so great there.
You'd think it was just you would think by now that these guys would learn after Urban Meyer got caught
Well, I
in his
mean,
restaurant in Columbus a year ago, right?
I don't really consider that.
Cost him a job with the Jaguars.
Also, plate tectonics. They
Now, hold
shift
on,
all the
hold
time.
on, brother Adam.
So, all right. So, when you are not completely different
Careful.
subject, when you are searching somebody,
Right,
So,
right.
security forces, backup reaction forces, Navy.com. So, when you're
Mind your tongue, Professor Nerdhead.
So when you're searching somebody, they always tell you to use the back of your hand, and the reason for you using the back of your hand to feel for sharp objects, knives, anything
Arteries or
crazy
something?
like that. So you always use the back of your hand because you can't actually grab. You can't actually. You can notice if there is a knife or something like that within range of where you're sliding your hand, but.
One finger.
But it's the back of the finger. It's not even like he hooked it or anything.
I
So
mean, you can.
So it's.
I think you got to pay extra for that video.
Yeah,
There's a whole other video, but you got to pay a little extra.
That's a different subset.
Yeah.
So it's. I don't know. That's kind
I'm
of a
just
weird
saying.
one.
Poor guy loses the
Bowl games,
championship.
am I right?
Yeah. Shit happens. Am I right? Well, Dad probably heard about this one in Poinciana, Florida. The two burglars, the man and the woman couple.
Are you kidding me?
Do you hear about this?
How stupid.
Yeah, you hear about this?
wait,
I knew
is
you
this
heard
on
about
Smart
this.
News?
So these burglars called 911, basically to the woman at the time. So, all right, let me back it up. Poinciana, Florida, a few days ago, two people in Florida are arrested inside of a home that's appearing to be vacant, and cops get in through an unlocked door. They find out the reason is because they get a 911 call from this address, but the person doesn't speak and then hangs up.
Oh, okay.
When they get to the address, they find this couple, this man and this woman, and they're robbing this house. And they don't mention crack, but like how else?
They didn't mention drugs whatsoever. They just said why she called them.
She says in quotes, the reason I called was to get help moving our belongings out of this house.
True.
And hopefully score a ride to New York from Poinciana, Florida.
Now,
Poinciana, Florida.
Direct quote, score.
Poinciana, Florida. I don't know. I'm sure she said score. I don't think it says score, but I'm sure she said score. No, listen. So Poinciana, Florida, for those of you who might not be familiar, you're about 33 miles southeast of Orlando, if I'm not mistaken. So you're basically middle Florida. She's trying to call 911 for help moving their belongings out of his house. Their hard quotes, their belongings out of this house and possibly catch a ride to New York.
Now, if that would have happened,
is that tight?
If that would have happened,
cool?
not in Poinciana,
They say only in case of emergency.
At Pasco or Polk County, we'd have all seen it on the news.
That's where it is, Polk County.
Is it really?
It says right
well,
here.
How come we ain't seen Grady Judd
It says
yet?
in quotes, the article says deputies did help them with their belongings and did give them a ride, but it wasn't to the airport. It was to the Polk Pokey.
Oh, that's Grady
I was
Judd,
about to-
right
okay.
there.
And the judge says, and they're welcome to stay there all weekend long. The Polk Pokey is much better than New York anyway. And that was the quote.
That's
from
a
him.
Grady Judd quote if I ever heard one.
So I'm trying to think, like, if you smoke crack, like, that, like, police are
Let's
not
just
good,
not.
right?
I mean, we're not going to assume that she's on crack, but
okay, but
police
like,
bad.
Crack.
We know police bad, okay? But you're going to call the police. So, like, I want to know what she was thinking, what was going to happen. Like, she obviously went through the wall that she knows that the police are bad.
Well,
and that she could get locked up.
No,
and she was
Did
like,
she
well,
think
the
that they were
husband
going to get
just as bad.
exhausted moving the furniture? And they're just
Honey,
like, you know what? Yeah, I guess
listen,
I will
this
take it in New
dresser is
York.
way
let's
too
call
heavy.
in a Domino's, and then once we eat, we'll call in the
And
cops.
we'll think
have
about
them
what,
come-
yeah,
Like, I
because
got
this
food
into the
on
dresser
the way,
is just
guys.
way too heavy. If we call the 911, they'll help us.
They've got fit guys on the force
Yeah.
around us. I've seen them out there in the
Man,
patrol
what
cars.
world? How stoned would you
Oh,
have to be
Lord.
to be able to not?
Like, I just have crack to offer
If you
for
watch-
the move
if you watch
and
Cops,
beer
you'll-
and pizza. I don't
Yeah,
know.
just watch one episode
episode
of
of
Cops.
Cops.
Yeah.
you wonder if 2 days later, when they awake, if they've got any sense
Also,
about them.
why do you need to-
Why did we do that?
No, they're detoxing, so most likely they're not thinking about that.
It's like, why do you
Maybe
need to
not.
call anyone to help move you
Well,
when you're
yeah.
on crack? You should be able to move everything perfectly and then get a ride to New York
And
like,
quickly.
on crack.
John, how did you move this piano entirely by yourself?
Oh, crack!
I'm on
Because the
crack.
speed
I'll get off
apparently
my,
crack, yo.
I'll get off my rock.
Speed apparently is
Crack
not the
cocaine.
same as crack, right?
crack cocaine.
Because if you do drug testing down at the post office, nobody.
So,
will test
last
positive for
headline I
that.
have for you guys. Would you guys ever
okay.
work at McDonald's? Would you ever try it out?
Possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd do
just
it.
try it out. Maybe try it out. Would you do it for $12 an hour for a week? You know,
Yeah.
yeah, something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
I would do it.
I don't think I would.
I don't like people in general, so dealing
Yeah.
with
Well,
Well, I mean, you could be back of the house. You know, you definitely.
thing
Could,
is
yeah,
you
you could
can
grill
say-
the burgers, buddy.
yeah, that wouldn't be too bad.
Would you do it for $50 an hour?
100%.
it
Where are we
doesn't
going?
matter.
Switzerland?
That's what I'm saying. Denmark, something like that. No, a McDonald's worker here in the States, because
Snap
no
call.
one wants to work anymore, and there's tons of jobs open.
Yeah.
There's a specific McDonald's. It doesn't say in the article where. They're trying to keep that a little private, but where this manager was so hard up for people to come fill in on this specific day, and no one was available to work, that he started offering through text
This is insane.
$50 an hour to come in and work. And one TikToker, this kid, he's like, yo, boss just asked me to work on my day off, $50 an hour. He's like, man, I fucking basically just grinded there for 15 hours.
Dude.
Yeah.
Didn't take a break, didn't do anything.
I'm
And
saying you're working like 8
he
hour
says
shift.
he says he worked from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. And he didn't take any unpaid breaks, so he might have stepped outside for a minute. Total of 17 hours.
Oh, wow.
And that's about $850 before taxes. So that's just a fucking day,
cleans
dude.
up a
Just
grand.
a day.
Just cleans up a grand.
Yeah.
People are
I'll
hard
just
up
say that
for,
the
workers.
ice cream machine.
He said, trust me, I was popping there from the morning to the night. I was like, yes, sir. Ain't got shit else to do. And honestly, I mean, sometimes I'm like, I'll work, I guess.
Dude, I guarantee you pay people $50 an hour.
If that
People are
was
going to
in
be happy
Jacksonville,
to
you're
go
gonna
there,
be
man.
pissed. Get a job at McDonald's.
Yeah. So, I mean, like Ryan brought up, where was this? Like, blah, and I said Denmark. Actually, in Denmark, according to Snopes, McDonald's employees in Denmark enjoy benefits not typically afforded to American workers, such as sharing wage of over $20. That's we're good.
Hey, you know,
So
Is that Brenda again?
they get at least $20 an hour to start, and they get five weeks of paid vacation
Oh, wow.
at McDonald's over in Denmark. And you wonder, okay, their prices are probably significantly higher. No. The prices of a Big Mac are relatively exactly the same
They
as
just
they are
figured
in
it
our country.
out.
Well, I read about that McDonald's in Amsterdam. They get like 5 vacation weeks a year, and they can come in whenever they want.
Just write your own schedule. Fuck yeah, dude. That'd be awesome.
They go
See,
downtown.
that's
and-
the model we need when we get to the 4-day
So-
work.
But
the
I
4-day
love
work
that
week.
chicken
The
for Popeyes.
4-day
They
work
still
week.
have all those shops open right there.
We got like
Amsterdam,
1 minute left,
right?
boys. We are hard.
Amsterdam's where those shops are, right?
Probably, yeah. Adam, what do you got for us, man?
is he
before we
going to
get
send
outta
us
here?
off like as a SNL?
Yeah, just send us off, man. What do you got for us?
host?
Last of the weekend update. What do you got for us?
All right. So I was just going to say that the reason why they can afford to do that much with that much money is they're usually not paying that much in medical. You got to think of all the drugs and everything that we build and everything over here.
Benefits.
We make those drugs and it's super expensive over here, but when it goes over there, it's super cheap. Same thing with their defense contracts. So our defense contract basically polices the world.
I'm gonna hit it again.
Mind your tongue, Professor Nerdhead.
Keep going.
So they're not paying, their taxes are going more towards their citizens and less towards patrolling and doing a whole
they're
bunch
just
of
going
other.
to stay
so,
out
like,
of it.
it's-
They're going to stay out of
They're,
it, and they're just
not
going to
as
use
worried.
So it's
as-
controlled anarchy over there.
So they're not paying as much towards
it's-
defense or NATO or all these other.
It's just let's
things
go ahead
that
and not
we
be
are.
paid attention
What he's
to.
trying to say, and basically, is Canada.
They don't need a world
Canada
superpower
doesn't-
like we need and Russia needs
Well-
and fucking China
well,
needs.
Well,
we're-
Canada does not need all the
Canada
Navy.
just gonna piggyback on us if they need help. They
That's
know
what
that.
he's saying exactly.
So if we're footing the bill for the majority of the countries of the world, then yes, they can have all that nice stuff and good.
A
stuff.
damn good point, my friend. A damn good point.
Yeah,
But I
America.
love that chicken from Popeye.
I love that chicken from Pop. And I'm too drunk to taste this chicken, in the words of the late, great Colonel Sanders. Adam, thank you so much for being on.
It's good to be back.
Oh,
I
hell
feel like
yeah.
we should do the SNL sound like with the saxophones.
Like have G.E. Smith play us out with the Saturday Night Live band, and we're like shaking and hugging.
We can have the ragtime.
Yeah, for real, dude.
We'll record him doing that ragtime thing.
All
that
right,
he's doing.
guys, thank you so much for tuning in to episode 76 of They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Brother Adam, thank you so much for being here. Guys, thank you so much. We're going to get on with our day and have a good time, jam some guitars, smoke some darts, throw some darts. We love you guys so much. Good night,
Gotcha.
everybody. We'll see ya.
Take it easy.
Bye.
See ya.